Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered why the Council of Elrond chose a small hobbit instead of one of Middle-earth's greatest warriors? After all, Legolas is faster, stronger, master archer, has incredible eyesight, can survive in the wild for months, and has lived for centuries. Surely he would have had a better chance of reaching Mount Doom. Or would he? Many fans actually believe Legolas would fail. The argument is simple: the ring corrupts everyone. The stronger and nobler you are, the more dangerous the ring becomes. Gandalf refused it, Galadriel refused it, Elrond refused it, even Aragorn never dared to carry it for long. So if being far wiser than Legolas feared the ring, why should an elf prince succeed? Well, I think the answer is more complicated. Let's imagine it at the Council of Elrond. Instead of Frodo stepping forward, Legolas volunteers. The Council accepts. The fate of Middle-earth is now in the hands of the Prince of Mirkwood. They are immortal, not invincible, but they do not die of old age. They possess extraordinary endurance, exceptional eyesight that stretches for miles, sharper hearing, faster reflexes, and incredible stamina. Legolas can sleep while walking, he leaves almost no tracks, he can run for days without tiring, he even walks across deep snow where others sink. Unlike men, elves are deeply connected to nature. Forests are not obstacles to them, they are home. And that's incredibly important for this journey. One of Frodo's greatest challenges was simply surviving the wilderness. Legolas doesn't have that problem. Finding food? That's easy for him. Finding water? That's also easy. Navigating mountains and forests? Second nature. Even hiding would be easier. Elves move so quietly through forests that they are almost impossible to detect. If Legolas chose routes that dense woodland instead of open roads, many of Sauron's servants might never even know where he was. But what about the Nazgûl? Surely they will hunt him relentlessly. Yes. But unlike Frodo, Legolas is a warrior. Remember Glorfindel? When the Nazgûl persuaded Frodo near Rivendell, Glorfindel didn't fear them. He rode directly against them. And Tolkien tells us the Nazgûl were actually afraid of him. Not because he could permanently kill them, but because powerful elves possesses a spiritual strength that terrifies the ring wraiths. Legolas may not equal Glorfindel, who returned from death blessed by the Valar, but he is still one of the greatest elven warriors alive in the Third Age. Against a few Nazgûl during daylight in forest or at a range with his bow, Legolas would have a better chance than Frodo ever did. Also remember Legolas once shot the fell beast the Nazgûl was riding near Lothlorien? He wouldn't simply run, he could fight. Crossing different Crossing difficult terrain would also become much easier. The Misty Mountains, Mirkwood, Fangorn, Forest of Ithilien, these are exactly the environments where elves thrive. Then there's Gollum. Could Legolas deal with him? Possibly better than Frodo. Legolas has hunted creatures in dark forests for centuries. His eyesight and hearing are almost supernatural. Sneaking up on an elf is incredibly difficult. Gollum might still follow him, but capturing or driving him away will likely be far easier than it was for Frodo and Sam. And what about Sherlock? Again, Legolas' strengths matter. He possesses extraordinary agility. He's incredibly fast. Most importantly, he's one of the greatest archers in Middle-earth. Unlike Frodo, who stepped directly into Sherlock's trap, Legolas will likely notice danger much earlier. Even if forced to fight, his speed and precision give him a much greater chance of surviving. So, it sounds like Legolas has this mission completely under control. Except there's one problem. Actually, one enormous problem. The ring itself. The journey to Mordor isn't just a physical test, it's a psychological one. The ring steadies its bugle. It whispers, it tempts, it finds their deepest desires. Frodo survived as long as he did not because he was powerful, but because hobbits are remarkably humble. They rarely dream of ruling kingdoms or commanding armies. The ring had less to work with. Legolas is different. He is a prince, a legendary warrior, a protector of his people. The ring wouldn't tempt him with riches, it would tempt him with something far more dangerous, the power to save the elves, to, res- to restore ancient forests, to defeat Sauron forever, to preserve the fading beauty of Middle-earth. Those are noble goals, which makes him exactly the kind of desires the ring loves to corrupt. And here's another problem: elves are immortal. They experience time differently than mortals. A burden carried for weeks is one thing; a burden that slowly grows over months or even years that becomes unbearable. The longer Legolas carries the ring, the more opportunities it has to reshape his thoughts. Finally, he reaches Mount Doom, the very place where no one, not Isildur, not Frodo, not anyone, ever willingly destroys the ring after claiming it. This is where every plan falls apart, because the ring is strongest at the cracks of doom. Even Frodo, after carrying it with incredible courage across all of Mordor, finally says, "I do not choose now to do what I came to do." Will Legolas do better? Honestly, probably not. He might reach Mount Doom more easily than Frodo. He might avoid many battles. He might defeat enemies Frodo never could. But resisting the ring at the very end? That's another matter entirely. If anything, his greatest strength and nobility might make the ring's temptation even stronger. So, will Legolas successfully destroy the One Ring? He would almost certainly have an easier journey. He's faster, smarter in the wilderness, a far better fighter, and one of the Middle-earth's greatest heroes. But Tolkien's story was never about finding the strongest person. It was about finding the least corruptible one. The quest wasn't won because Frodo was the greatest warrior. So, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel for more videos. Like and share, comment below. See you in the next video. Bye.